today we've got a 45-ish minute yoga flow for you, quite strong-ish, but nothing too tricky, I hope. Just take your time and modify anything as you go through, absolutely fine. Feel free to pop on some music to play in the background or just go silent, whatever you prefer. We are going to start in a seated position. I'm going to come to kneeling and tuck my toes under and sit on my heels, but that's completely up to you. This just adds a little bit of extra stretch, but underneath the toes. So once you've found a position you'd like to be still in for a moment, bring your hands to your thighs, close down your eyes, and just feel the weight of your body sinking into the floor. And just a reminder, if you do go for the kneeling with the toes tucked and it starts to become a bit too intense, feel free to just come to the tops of the feet at any time. As you settle into your seated position, just find stillness here in the body. Sit bones heavy, feet heavy, and the crown of the head stretching tall, just gently, towards the sky. Feeling that strength and that ease as the spine lengthens out from the tailbone all the way up through the crown of the head. Notice how with this longer open spine, the ease of the breath comes more naturally. The ability to inhale fully and exhale a little longer. Opening up those channels for that air to flow in and out. And just as it makes it easier for the breath to flow, notice that feeling of perhaps subtly confidence or vitality. A straight spine, a taller posture, a more purposeful position of the torso can evoke a feeling of self-confidence, of surety, and a feeling of positivity. So as we move throughout this flow today, notice where you can feel a little bit more powerful, a little bit more sure, and a little bit more confident in your body and in yourself in each posture. And of course, a good way to do this is to come back to your breath in the present moment. Notice where you might be able to find a little bit more power, a little bit more ease, a little bit more strength and surety in your pose. Take one more deep breath here. And sigh out the breath. Go for a nice big reach to the ceiling. You can blink open your eyes. Circle the arms down by your side and then reach them back, drawing a big circle up to the ceiling with the hands. Lower the arms down, sweep the arms back. One more time in this direction, down and back, reach up to the ceiling, holding here, and then reverse your circles, opening the chest, sweep the arms back, down and up. Back, down, and up. One more time. Back, down, and up here. Beautiful. Bring your hands down to your knees or your thighs, and just round through your spine, scoop your belly, and inhale, arch your spine, pull your chest forward, stick your tailbone back. Two more, rounding into that seated cat, and arch into your seated cow. One more time. Exhale to take it back. Inhale, bring it forward. And then come back to your neutral spine. And then just bring your hands forward onto your mat underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Let's go for our regular cat-cow in our 4-point kneeling. So inhale, dip the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round. And just continue to breathe. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. And if you want to add any extra little movements, of course, please feel free. Circling hips, drawing circles with the ribs. Let your head get nice and loose. And just seeing if you can really ground down into the floor through the finger pads, through the tops of the feet and the knees, and find that movement with your breath. So inhaling as you dip the belly, exhaling as you arch the spine. Let's go for 2 more full rounds of breath. And then find your 4-point kneeling here. Pushing the floor away gently, separating your shoulder blades. Take your left leg back along behind you here. Squeeze your bum and then just pull your left knee in towards your left elbow. You can kind of look over your left shoulder. Send your leg back behind you and then bend your knee, tap your left knee behind your right leg. And you can look over your right shoulder. Come back up through center, extend your leg long. Keep going same side, knee bends. Turn to look over your left shoulder as you pull your knee in. Send it back long. Bend the knee, tap the knee on the other side. Lift and extend. One more time, bring it in, look over the left shoulder. Extend back. Bend the knee to tap it onto the right side of your mat. Look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Extend your leg and hold. Toes come to the floor. Twizzle your right foot around, so finding yourself in supported side plank. Beautiful. Really reach long. Try to banana this right side of your waist. And maybe reach your left arm overhead, extending the left side body. Take one more breath. Slowly lift yourself up, strong through your left leg. Push through your left foot. Then inhale, right arm up, left hand down. And then exhale, reaching long through your right arm into gate pose. So strong through this left leg, nice strong stance. Power through that right arm. Take one more breath in. And out. Come all the way back up to your T. And then bring your hands in front of your shoulders to the floor. Take your left arm to the ceiling. Inhale, keep it strong through both legs. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale to reach. Exhale to thread. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale to thread. We'll reach up and hold here and just wrap that left hand behind you, finding a little half bind. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, trying to wrap your chest around to the left. Take one more breath. And then inhale, reach to the ceiling. Lifting both arms back up, chest vertical. And then windmill your right hand down, left hand down comes to meet it. Twizzle yourself back around, step your right foot back, find plank. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Ripple forward to plank. One more time, exhale, lift. Inhale, come forward. Bend your knees to the floor, so modified plank, untuck your toes. Bend your elbows, come all the way down to the floor. Take your hands off the mat to the side, and then inhale, lift your chest. Rolling cobra. Lower down. 3 more like that. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Squeeze your shoulder blades, press your feet into the floor. One more time, lift and lower. Hands come back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, press yourself back to child's pose really quickly. Lift your hips, down dog. Go for a little pedal of the feet. And then ripple forward to find your plank. Drop your knees. And just bring your hands back under your shoulders. Finding your 4-point kneeling. Straight away the right leg goes back long. Squeeze your bottom to lift your leg. Look over your right shoulder as you pull your right knee to your elbow. Send your leg back long. And then bend your knee. Look over your left shoulder as you tap the ground with your right knee. Come all the way up. Extend. Bend that knee towards the right elbow. Look over your shoulder. Extend it back. Bend the knee. Look over your left shoulder. Tap the knee over to the left. Extend it as you take it back. Knee to right elbow. This is the last one. Extend. Bend. Tap to the left. Extend. Nice. So right toes go long behind you. Twizzle your left foot around so that you are facing the side of your mat. Beautiful. Left hand is by your side underneath your shoulder, right arm to ceiling. Lift into your left side waist. Maybe reach your right arm overhead to help accentuate that lift into your left side. Strong through your right leg. Take one more breath in. Exhale. As you inhale, bring your arms up to a T. Inhale, left arm up, right hand to your hip, your thigh. Then inhale, go for that gate pose, side stretch. Strong through your right leg. Big stretch through the left side of the body, nice and strong through your left arm. Take one more breath. And exhale, come all the way up. Bring your hands down in front of you, underneath your shoulders. Right arm to the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread. 2 more like that. Inhale up. Open the shoulder. Exhale, thread. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, reach and hold. And then take your hand behind your back, finding your half bind to wrap your right shoulder open. Legs staying nice and engaged. Take one more breath. And then reach your arm to the ceiling. Press off that left hand to reach up. Left hand windmills down. Right hand windmills down. Turn to face the floor. Back toes are still tucked. Step your left foot back. And lift your hips. Down facing dog. Let's ripple forward to our plank. Hold here. And then pull your left knee into your left elbow. Step it back. Hips go high, down dog. And this time ripple forward, right knee, right elbow. Step it back. So as you come forward, think of the knee opening out to the side of the room, like you're trying to tap the outside of your elbow. One more each way. Send it back and hold your down dog. Take a nice deep breath in and a long breath out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and then step to the top of your mat. Take a nice inhale, halfway lift the chest, long spine. Exhale, fold. One more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the floor and just heel toe your feet a little bit wider and turn your toes slightly out. Beautiful. Bend your knees, send your bum down a little, and then lift yourself up. Standing nice and tall. There's a slight turn out through the thighs. Arms reaching long. Beautiful. Start to fold forward, bend the knees. A little squat down to tap the floor. And then lift all the way up, squeezing your bum. That's a little squat to tap. Drive through the heels, squeeze your bum to lift. Two more like that. Down. And up. Down. And up. This time we lower down and hold. Beautiful. From here, bring your hands to prayer. Lift your chest slightly, sink your bum a little deeper. So it's like a sort of weird turned out chair pose. Beautiful. From there, you can stay facing where you were. I'm just facing you so you can see. We're going to lift the heels up. Start to lift your chest, straighten through the knees. Squeeze your bum and reach to the ceiling. And then start to bend, hands to prayer. Come all the way down. You can fold through the hips slightly. Come all the way up. If you can, keeping your heels lifted. Whew. Try to look at something that's not moving. And down. Beautiful. One more time. We reach. And bend. Beautiful. Last time we reach up and hold. Reach your arms out to sort of like a wide V shape. Lower your heels down. Feel your feet ground into the floor. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your bum. Draw your belly in. Shoulders slide down your back as you reach your arms tall. Maybe looking up to the ceiling. Breathing here for 3. Spark lots of power through those fingers. 2. Last one. Turn your toes in so that your heels are right behind your feet, or your toes I should say. Inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back, find plank. And your choice to drop the knees, otherwise coming down through chaturanga. Pressing the chest through to up dog. Maybe cobra. And then lift your hips as you exhale, down dog. Take a breath in. And out. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Lower down through chaturanga, or your version. Lifting through to up dog. And then hips high to down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. And out. Take your right foot to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Tiger curl, knee to chest, shift your weight forward. Sweep it back. Shift the weight forward. Sweep it back. One more time, breathe in, hold it here. Step your foot between your hands, finding runner's lunge. Inhale, puff your chest forward. Exhale, start to straighten your front knee, lift your hips, find pyramid. And then inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Continue to flow here with your breath. Inhale to bring it forward into the lunge. Exhale to send the hips high into pyramid. The straightening of the front knee doesn't have to be extreme. Keep the back leg nice and strong. And just notice if the hips are twisting. You want to keep pulling your right hip crease back. One more time. Inhale to runner's lunge. Exhale, and let's hold our pyramid here for a moment. So if you want to, you can lift that left heel even higher. Try to send your hips to the sky. Or you can shorten your stance to land your left heel down. Still sending your hips high. You might want to go for a little stronger position and lift your front toes off the floor. Peeling the pinky toe especially up to the sky. Again, finding stillness, finding that power in this stance. What can you do to steady yourself? Take one more breath. And then on your next inhale, plant your foot back down, maybe make your stance a little bit longer. Puff your chest forward for runner's lunge. Exhale, turn your left heel down. Lift your left arm up, wiggle your right arm up to find warrior two. So here, right knee stays bent over the ankle, outside edge of your foot, parallel with the top of your mat. Take a nice big inhale, reach your arms long, open through the chest, belly drawing in. And then straighten your front knee, reversing into reverse triangle. Paint the ceiling with your left hand. Inhale, come back to warrior one, warrior two. And then exhale, find reverse triangle. Two more like that. Warrior two, sink as deep as you can into that front knee, squeezing your right butt cheek. Keep squeezing your bum as you straighten your front knee. One more time. Reverse triangle. Keep the front knee straight here. Bring the arms back to a T. Inhale, reach forward, send your hips back. And then exhale, fold. Right hand comes to the floor, left arm to the ceiling. If it's too much with your hand to the floor, maybe bring your hand to your shin, maybe to your thigh if you need to. Then we're going to flow into side angle. So if your hand's on the floor, keep it there. But if it's too much, bring your forearm to your thigh. So inhale, stretch. And then exhale, bend into side angle. Right knee bends over the ankle. Inhale, stretch the right knee. Exhale, bend. Two more. Inhale, open. Extend the knee. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend and hold. Maybe taking your hand behind your back, opening through the chest. Maybe you'll take a full bind, reaching your right hand underneath your thigh. Seeing if you can clasp the fingers together. One more breath in. If you've got your bind, release your right hand to the floor. Take your left arm to the ceiling. Keep your right knee bent as you lift yourself up into warrior two. Turn your right toes in slightly. Turn your left toes out and sink down into warrior pose. Warrior pose, what am I talking about? Goddess pose. It's early in the morning here. All right, so hands to prayer. Beautiful. From here, reach your arms up, straighten your knees, and then sink back down into your goddess. Sweep up, straighten the knees, squeeze your bum, bend all the way down. Two more. Inhale to reach. Exhale, goddess. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, coming down and hold here. Maybe just giving your hips a little sway from side to side. And then finding a little bit of stillness here, just for 2 breaths. One more breath in. And out. Beautiful. Start to straighten the knees. Turn your toes to face forward. Reach to the ceiling. And then exhale, draw the belly in and fold all the way down to the floor. Take a halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, fold. Just holding this wide leg forward fold for 2 breaths. And then start to walk your hands to your left foot. So you're turning to the opposite end of your mat. Finding runner's lunge, squeeze your right butt cheek, inhale. Exhale, start to slide your right foot in, maybe finding standing split. So squeezing your right butt cheek, lifting your right leg up. Seeing if you can bring your chest down towards the floor. Take one more breath, squeeze that right butt cheek. Beautiful, and then inhale, draw your knee down towards the opposite leg. Start to lift yourself up to stand. I'm bringing my monstera with me. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest. Flex the right foot. Take a hold of the right knee with your right hand. Reach your left arm out by your side. And then just gently open that right knee out to the right. Come back to center. Opening and close. One more time. Open and close. Beautiful. Kick that right leg out once. Open the arms. And then bend the right knee. Cross your right thigh all the way over your left. Sit down for eagle. Getting very friendly with my monstera here. So try to wrap your thigh all the way over your left leg. Sink your bottom down and try to press your left thigh into your right calf so that you're really not letting your right leg pull your left knee. You want strength through both legs. Take one more breath. And then very carefully start to stand. Unwind the leg, pull your knee to your chest. And then start to kick your leg back, fold forward. Should have really rethought my position on that here. Finding warrior 3. So kick that right leg back, chest parallel to the floor. And then how softly can you land on your right foot? Hands down to find runner's lunge. Inhale, puff the chest forward. Exhale, connect your hands. Step your left foot back, lift your hips, down dog. And then go through your version of a flow. Ripple forward to plank. Knees lifted or lowered. Bend elbows. Press through to cobra or up dog. And then we'll all meet in down dog. Take a nice deep breath here. And let it all go. Take your left foot to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. And then knee to nose, tiger curl. Inhale, sweep back. Exhale, pull it in. One more, inhale back. Exhale, knee comes in, hold it. Step your foot between your hands, finding a runner's lunge. So squeeze that right butt cheek. Inhale, puff the chest forward. Exhale, lift the hips. Straighten your front knee any amount to find pyramid. And then we float. Inhale, puff the chest forward. Exhale, pyramid. As you come to runner's lunge, try to squeeze the shoulders back a little to open the chest. Strong through the legs as you find pyramid here. One more time, inhale forward.
Exhale, holding pyramid. So can you plug your left hip crease back a little? Maybe you want to hop your right foot in a little to bring your right heel to the floor. Maybe you'll keep the foot back and the heel lifted. Whatever feels right for your body today. Maybe you'll start to lift your front toes, resting on the front heel, getting a little balancey, a little bit more strength for the leg. Peeling your pinky toe especially towards the sky. Take one more breath. Start to lower your toes down if they were lifted. Maybe lengthening your stance once again. Inhale, runner's lunge. Puff the chest. Exhale, right heel down. Open yourself up to warrior two. So big bend, sink into that left side. Really squeezing your left butt cheek to open your thigh and your hip. And then inhale, straighten your front leg, flip your palm, reverse triangle. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Two more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior. Last one, we keep the legs straight. Exhale, arms to a T. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, triangle. So strong through the legs. Your hand might rest on your shin, maybe just gently on your thigh. If you can, fingertips to the floor. Take one more breath, try to lengthen the sides of the waist. Beautiful. Take one more breath in, find length. As you exhale, start to bend into your left knee side angle. Remember the elbow or the forearm can come to your thigh. And then we inhale to find triangle. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, triangle. Two more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch. Strong through the legs. Feel that connection to the floor. This time you bend and hold. Maybe going for your bind, right hand behind the lower back. Maybe your right hand can kind of grab onto your left thigh. Maybe you want to try your bind on this side. I'm not quite as reachy on this side myself, but that doesn't matter. Your aim is to challenge that rotation of the shoulders, then just go for it. See how you go. You can just grab onto your leg with both hands, that's fine. Try to wrap the chest open. Take one more breath. And then hand lands down. Reach your arm to the ceiling. And then start to turn your left toes in slightly. Turn your right toes out as you lift yourself to your goddess pose. Got it right this time. So watching that your knees track over your toes, sinking your butt down. We're just going to hold here for 3 breaths. Can you get any lower strength through those legs for this last breath in and out? One time you reach to the ceiling, strong through the legs. Really spark your fingers and release. Beautiful. We take a little forward fold here. Turn your toes in, heels turn out. Take one halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands to the original top of your mat towards your right foot. Inhale, runner's lunge, puff the chest. Exhale, start to maybe step your left foot in a little. Eventually lifting that back leg, squeezing your bum, and then finding standing split. Can you draw your chest further down towards the floor? Keep kicking your back leg, keep squeezing your bum. Most importantly, continue to breathe. One more breath. And then slowly pull your knee to your chest. And then without dropping your foot, Can you lift up to that standing balance? Left hand to knee, right arm reaches out to the right. Inhale, open that left knee to the side. Exhale, close. 3 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Extend your leg out one time. Hands come to prayer. And then bend your knee. Wrap your left leg all the way over your right. Start to sink your butt down. Finding your eagle. So again, really try to press your right thigh into your left calf. Watch that your right knee isn't pulling across to the left. Continue that nice easy breath. Feeling that power as you root down through your right foot. Keep drawing the belly in, maybe lifting the belly a little. Finding that strength all the way through your core, from your thighs to your belly. Take one more breath here. Slowly lifting up. Knee comes into chest. And then start to fold. Extend your left leg back. Finding warrior 3. So chest parallel to the floor. Kick that left leg long. And then start to lower the hands. Lower the foot nice and lightly to land in runner's lunge. Inhale, puff your chest forward. Exhale, step your foot back. Find plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Baby cobra, hot dog, your choice. We'll all meet in down dog just for a breath. And then bend the knees. Coming down to a kneeling position. Beautiful. So let's press ourselves up to a high kneeling position. If you want to, you can have the toes tucked here. We're going to reach to the ceiling, come into camel. So inhale, reach. So finding that length through the spine. Keep that length as you circle your hands behind your back. Bringing your heels of your hands onto your bum. Fingers kind of splaying across your butt cheeks. So take a nice big inhale, wrap your chest open, squeeze your shoulder blades back. Feel your heart lift to the ceiling. And then start to squeeze your bum and press your hips forward slightly. And then maybe lifting the heart a little bit further towards the sky. If you've got the range and you would like to, you can take one hand to your heel and then the other. Just pressing the heart up. Keep squeezing your bum, lifting out of your lower back. Keep that length through your spine. Again, smoothing the breath. Finding that power and strength in this very vulnerable and open position. Take one more breath in. And then slowly bring your hands back to your lower back, to your bum. Start to lift yourself up to vertical. Untuck your toes and sit your bum down onto your heels. Sit yourself off to one side. And then come into double pigeon. So we're going to bring the right shin on top of the left. So if this is not accessible for you, I want you just to bring your right shin in front of your left shin. Totally fine. So whichever version you're taking here, take a nice big reach to the ceiling as you inhale. And then start to fold forward. Let your sit bones sink heavily into the floor. Your fold forward can be any amount, doesn't have to be super duper deep. This is about opening through your hips. And you might like to start to fold a little bit further forward, letting the head and shoulders soften. taking a few breaths here, won't be here for too long. Just noticing if you can release any tension from the face or the shoulders and the neck. Can you let your belly soften a little? Take one more breath in. Stay for your breath out. And then slowly walk yourself back up. Beautiful. Uncross the legs. I'm just going to turn around here. So plant the feet hip distance apart. Hands come behind your hips with your fingers splayed out to the side. And just for one breath, we're going to lift up into reverse tabletop. Squeezing your shoulder blades, squeezing your bum. And then release all the way down. And then coming back to your double pigeon or your loose cross leg. This time left shin on top or in front of your right shin. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. And exhale, taking your forward fold. Often in these deep, deep hip openers, we tend to try and fight against the opening of the hips. Typically, we're quite tight in the pelvis. So if you do feel that resistance, try not to force it just by pressing into the hips on their own. Aim to focus on releasing any easy to reach in tension. So forehead and the eyes, the tongue, the cheeks, the jaw, the throat and the neck, and the shoulders and the chest. You're using your breath. As you inhale, think of creating space and length. And as you exhale, feel yourself soften into those spaces. And as our breath pulls us into the present moment and we start to become more aware of what's happening in the body, we also start to soften areas that might hold a lot of tension, such as the hips. But we also start to soften the tension in the mind. We can start to release any doubts or worries just by being present. Take one more breath in. Stay for your exhale. And slowly come up. Beautiful. Extend your legs long out in front of you, just being very gentle as you come out of that deep hip opening forward fold. We're going to reach to the ceiling one more time to find length. Flex your toes back towards your nose. Exhale, fold over your legs. Any amount is fine. You may need to bend your knees. That is also absolutely fine. Feeling your sit bones strong, heavy, grounded into the floor. And take one more breath. And slowly round yourself all the way up. Beautiful. From here, bend the knees. Hug them in towards your chest as you slowly roll yourself onto your back. Go for a little rock from side to side. And then plant your left foot down onto the floor. Eagle wrap your right leg all the way over your left. If you've got the space, you can hook your right foot around behind your left calf. Arms can go nice and wide to a T. You may want to shift your bum over to the right a little and just let your knees fall to the left. Trying to keep your right shoulder heavy on the floor. Your gaze might go to the right, might stay straight to the ceiling. You might take it to the left, it's your choice. Just allowing yourself to soften into this twist. Allow the lower body to be heavy. Allow the upper body to be just as heavy and soft. Take one more breath in. And out. Very gently rolling back onto your back, uncross your legs, and then shimmy your bum over to the left in preparation. Take your left leg all the way over your right, and then let your knees fall to the right. Try to keep your left shoulder heavy. And just adjust anything you need to here. If you need to move your hips, come back to center and jiggle them around. Aiming to create some space in the hip and the lower back. Take one more breath in. And a softening breath out. Slowly coming onto your back. You're going to hug your knees into your chest. You might like to take happy baby, grabbing the outer blades of the feet. You may like to take legs up the wall, feet to the ceiling. Just allowing the heaviness of the body sink into the floor. Just taking a couple more breaths wherever you are. And then when you're ready, start to bend the knees. Plant the feet back to the mat. Take your legs along, giving them a little bit of space as the feet flop out to the sides of the room. Turn your palms to face up with your arms down by your side. Closing your eyes if you haven't already. As you lay here in Shavasana, feel all of the contact points of your body on the floor. Start to notice the breath as it ebbs and flows. That gentle tide or rhythm of your respiration. Allowing all of that movement and breathing and holding of postures to integrate here as you lay with ease and stillness on the mat. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And a long breath out through the mouth. You can make your way over to one side or just simply roll yourself up to a comfortable seat with your hands resting on your thighs or your knees. Feel that heaviness in your sit bones grounding down into the floor. And that length of your spine reaching through to the crown of your head. You may like to bring your hands together in prayer at heart center. Taking a moment of gratitude to acknowledge your practice. And thank yourself for making the time to care for your body, your mind, and your spirit. Thank you so much for joining me today for this flow. I hope to see you again in some capacity really soon.